Today we are going to begin your English literature course and your coursework, that is the English channel. So we are going to do this, or we are going to begin it today. Your first unit is unit 1, that is adventure. Now adventure means a lot of fun, so that means all the 3 sections, section A, B, C, the poem and the 2 chapters, all of them are going to be a lot of fun. Yes, so an adventure, obviously, because the unit is adventure. The first section of this unit is pirate story. So what does pirate mean? Pirate is a person who is a sea thief, who does burglary or decoys at the seashore, at oceans, okay, or they are thieves on the ships, okay. So these are pirates. Now when you hear about the name pirate, you must be thinking that now it's a story about some pirate. So this poem is a story about pirates, but in a different way. So let's see what exactly that different way is. This poem has been written by Robert Louis Stevenson, and he has depicted the way children imagine, the imagination and the creativity of children that they put in everything that they do is what is there in this poem. Okay, so before this, I would like to ask a question before we begin the poem. I want to ask a question. Have you ever played games with your friends and cousins, and while playing, have you ever pretended to be some character? Like a policeman, a teacher, a house elf or something, a driver maybe. Yes, because I remember from my childhood days I used to play so many games, and this one game I still remember that we used to play, that was we used to pretend being characters. For example, I've been a teacher while playing, I've been a house elf while playing, I've played the character of a doctor. So it was always fun, and games like this, they always help us to enhance our personality, to improve our to improve our imagination, and they bring out our creativity. Yes, our acting skills, narrating skills. Okay, so this poem is something about that. So let's begin with the poem. I'm going to read it out from the book. 3 of us afloat in the meadow by the swing. 3 of us aboard in the basket on the lee. Winds are in the air, they are blowing in the spring, and waves are on the meadow like the waves are there at sea. So 3 of us afloat in the meadow. Okay, so before I tell you everything else, I want to tell this, that this poem is an imagination of children. It's a complete imagination of children who are playing, and they pretend to be pirates. Okay, so there are 3 children and they are afloat in the meadow by the swing. So why do they say they are afloat in the meadow? Because they are pirates. They pretend to be pirates, and they think that the swing that is there, it is their boat or ship. Okay, and the meadow is the sea or the ocean where they are sailing. And 3 of us aboard in the basket on the lee. Winds are in the air, they are blowing in the spring, and waves are on the meadow like the waves there at sea. So the children, they say, or the poet says, that the children are pretending that the wind are the waves. Okay, the wind that's blowing are the waves in the sea or ocean, and the meadow is the ocean, the sea, and these 3, they are pirates, and they are sailing in the boat, that is the swing. Okay, so the swing, can you see? I would like to show this picture to you. There's this beautiful picture. So okay, where shall we adventure today that we are afloat, weary of the weather and steering by a star? Shall it be to Africa, a steering of the boat to Providence or Babylon or off to Malabar? So now these children, they are just, they are high on energy and they want a lot of adventure now because they are pirates, yes? So now they are pretending that they are pirates and they want to go on an adventure to different places. So they are asking to each other, so where shall we go? I mean, like, which direction shall we move our boat to, our ship to? Okay, which direction shall we go? Because obviously the stars are going to guide us. Yes, this was the way how people traveled in the olden days. They were all guided by the stars. Yes, so they say that shall we go to Africa, or shall we go to the Providence or Babylon, or shall we go to Malabar? So these children, they all know that these places, that the names that they've taken, they are like the very famous places. Okay, at one point of time they were one of the best cities or places to be known to visit. Okay, so now they are just wanting to have adventure, have fun, so they want to go to places like this. Hi, but there's a squadron a rowing on the sea, cattle on the meadow, a charging with a roar. Quick, and we'll escape them. They're as mad as they can be. The wicket is the harbor and the garden is the shore. So now, finally what happens is when they are about to set off to the adventure or their adventurous trip, they just meet a squadron. Now what is a squadron? It's a group of ships, okay? Which is trying to, which might be protecting the sea or something, okay? So this squadron, they just happen to see the squadron and now they are saying that, oh, come on, let's just escape ourselves from here. Let's not get into this. And so now what are the squadron? Obviously there are no ships exactly. So there are some cattle that are grazing in the meadow. So the cattle they have imagined as or they have given the name of the squadron to the cattle that are grazing in the meadow. So they say that let's escape these cattle, or I would say the squadron, and let's go to the harbor or to the shore. Now what's the harbor in this poem? It's the wicket. The wicket they have imagined as the harbor, and the garden they have imagined as the shore. Now harbor is a place where all the ships are parked. Okay, it's like a parking area for the ships. And shore is the place where the land meets the sea, or the sea meets the land. It's both way, correct? Okay, so this is a very beautiful imaginary poem, like how you also pretend to play characters while you are playing with your cousins or friends. Similarly, Robert Louis Stevenson has portrayed this emotion, this gesture of this imagination of children very beautifully in this poem. I hope you all understood this poem. Now I want to tell you that there are two main elements that are there in this chapter. So one is metaphor and the other is rhyming. Now what is metaphor? Metaphor is basically it's a comparison. It's a poetic device, I would say. It is a comparison between two things, but it's a direct comparison. Okay, for example, if I say she is the Lata Mangeshkar of our class. So now exactly that girl, she is not Lata Mangeshkar, but I'm just comparing her with Lata Mangeshkar. Okay, so that means she is as good as Lata Mangeshkar. So now similarly in this poem, all these children, they are not exactly pirates, and the meadow is not exactly the sea, and the swing is not the boat, the wind is not the waves, but it is a direct comparison of how these children have imagined themselves to be pirates, the swing to be the boat, the meadow to be the ocean, the sea, the cattle to be the squadron, the wicket to be the harbor, the garden to be the shore. So it's all imagination. So they are just putting in a comparison, like they're just comparing these things with other things. So that is why it is a metaphorical poem. Okay, it's a very important thing to know, because it might be a good help for you, to you, in your higher classes. Now next is rhyming. Rhyming is when the two words that are there, they end with the same sound. For example, in the first stanza, I hope you have all opened the books. I'm sorry, I forgot to instruct you. You all need to open your books before you begin the this video. And even if you forgot, please replay the video again. Okay, so in the book you can see the first stanza, the first line ends with swing and the second line ends with lee. Third is spring and the fourth is sea. So can you see swing, spring, almost similar sound, right? Lee, sea, almost similar sounds. So these two words, swing, spring, are what? Rhyming words. Similarly, lee is rhyming with sea. So again, these are a pair of rhyming words. Okay. Next stanza, afloat, star, boat, Malabar. So afloat and boat are rhyming. Star and Malabar are rhyming. Next stanza, sea, roar, be, shore. So sea, be rhyming, roar, shore rhyming. So now after we understand the rhyming words, okay, then there comes a rhyme scheme of the poem. So we can very well say that if I give or if I number the swing as A and lee as B, then again the same sound repeats in spring. So I name it A again, and the sound that was there in lee repeats in C, so I name it as B. So it becomes A, B, A, B. So what's the rhyme scheme of the poem? It is A, B, A, B. No need of getting into a lot of detailing, but this is something that you really need to know. Okay, so shall we just revise the poem once again? So this poem is set in a meadow where three kids pretend to be pirates and sailing the sea. The kids debate if their first adventure should take place in Africa, Providence or Babylon or even Malabar. And before they decide where to travel, they spot a squadron and they ultimately decide to escape the squadron. Okay, and move down to the harbor or the shore. Okay, I hope the poem you must have really loved the poem because it's a very nice poem and a very adventurous also. Okay, if there are any queries, any problems, or if you want to comment on the video, you can just put it down in the comment section. Like, share and subscribe. Thank you.